Welcome to Musical Talent in Review. I'm your host, Susan Gail Koumpouras.
Hi, I'm your co-host, Jim Wells.
Welcome to our show. We're coming to you from the LTC, the Lowell Telecommunications Corporation's Community Media and Technology Center serving the diverse population of Lowell, Massachusetts. Come down, take some classes, and you can produce your own show just like us.
We're going to send a special shout out to some special people. We're not going to say who they are. They'll understand.
Okay, what are the shout outs today?
It's a simple visual shout out. Hello, everyone out there in Lowell.
I love your big glasses.
I've got my glasses on. And this is a special shout out. And those who know me will recognize it.
Yeah, anyone who does recognize him does know that he wears those big glasses to help him see. They're adorable. I love them.
I spent 20 minutes doing my hair, and now it just fell down again.
I know. He's so funny. He kept trying to fix it and fix it and fix it. Keeps falling in his face. And I'm like, it's just going to fall.
I need hair
There's nothing
gel.
he can do about it.
I know how to do it.
Here he goes again, fixing his hair.
Right.
Oh, all right. Good. You did it. You did it. Wonderful.
So any special subjects, California, that we want to talk about?
Oh, yes. Oh, I love California. Has any of you been to California? It is beautiful out there. We've been to the Los Angeles area and Palm Springs and Venice Beach and Malibu. And, oh, it's a wonderful place to go. You know, and I recently went to a family wedding, and this was a while ago.
Yay.
And my cousin and her new husband are going out to California. They're going to do a road trip through the wine country. And I'm like, oh, my God, you're going to have so much fun going to all the wineries and having a blast. And, you know, I think it's going to be a great trip for them.
I love California. We're going to do a road trip someday. The funny thing about California that people don't realize is California can be, in certain areas, very mountainous.
Yes.
So you really have to work closely with great organizations like AAA and also do your homework about the topography. Topography is something I learned in the 8th grade, so I'll just send a shout out to my teacher who taught me that, which is geography. Topography is the lay of the land or how mountainous it is. So do your homework.
Right. I remember a long time ago when we went out there for the first time, you know, we went and took one of the side roads, and it brought us through this big mountainous pass, and we're just like, where are we? I mean, we're pulling out the maps trying to figure out because we got lost up there.
No, I was terrified.
He was terrified. I was just figured we had the maps and, you know, we could figure our way out of it. We just could just turn around and go back.
I can't drive a car on the side of a cliff that has a embankment and then a drop of 200 feet.
I know. That was the only scary part, that right next to the road was like a cliff. And you're just like, oh, my God.
I have trouble driving through Lowell.
That's true. You do. That's why I always do the driving.
No, you just have this thing. You don't like me to drive, but I drive slow.
Yes, he's a very slow driver.
So
I do prefer to do the driving.
If you're behind me and you toot your horn, well, oh well.
Yeah.
That's what the changing lane is for.
But that's okay. It's all right. It's better to drive slow than to drive very fast, especially nowadays. I mean, there's so many cars on the road and so many pedestrians and everything. You got to be a lot more alert.
While you were telling that story, I fell asleep.
Okay, well, let me wake you up. Wake up. You awake now?
Yeah, I've done that joke too many times.
I know, but I figured I'd do it anyway. Okay, we're going to move on to the first artist of the today. Her name is Anya Marina. She lives in Portland, Oregon. Her music falls in the category of acoustic, alternative, and indie. Video features her song, All the Same to Me.
Awesome.
Doesn't she have a really great wispy voice?
Yeah, she's got that vibe, that Brenda Vaccaro voice, like my voice, really low and kind of wispy and...
Yeah, that's what I loved about her. I found her music online, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow, that wispy voice just kind of draws me in, you know? So I listened to a lot of her music, and I picked this song out of it. And what was great, she had a lot of nice photographs on her MySpace. You know, so I took all the photographs to make the video for her. And I thought it came out really nice.
Yeah, they're really great.
Yeah.
Fun and interesting. And we had a fun experience this morning. We were at the LTC getting ready to do the show. And there was also a school children's age tour going through.
Oh, yeah.
So big shout out to the girls from Girls Inc. See, we remember you. Yay, the girls from Girls Inc.
Hi.
And so... they got a tour of this studio before we walked in the door, and then when we were set up and all our buttons were in place and all the hundreds and hundreds of things you have to do to get the video working,
Yeah, too many things.
Just by nature of being a producer.
Right, and we already did the test, the recording test and everything looked good.
So I peeked out the door with my big sunglasses, and the girls were coming up the stairs, about 20 school-age children, maybe 3rd or 4th grade. And my sister here has OCD, which we all know from the show Monk.
Yeah.
And I said, wouldn't this be great? Because they're coming up the stairs and they want to come in the studio and there's 20 of them. And I just felt like opening the door and say, come on in, touch everything.
Well, the minute I saw them, all I could think in my mind is, no!
Well, for the girls from Girls Inc., OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder, and people with it, generally speaking, don't like to be touched. So I have the added benefit of not touching my sister. It's wonderful. I can only
Aren't
say,
you so sweet?
I go through life not hugging her, not touching her, and it's like bonus.
It's a complete bonus for me too.
Oh, okay.
It's like a total bonus. It's like, okay, this is great. I love it.
You miss out on
I have OCD. Please don't hug me. Love you. You know, but still, at the same time, we had all the buttons set up and everything up. Last thing I need is for them to come in and say, oh, what's this? And moving the buttons and everything. It's like, okay, I just wasted a half hour setting up for the show. Yeah. But they had seen the studio before we got in here, so they already had a chance to play with the buttons and look at everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just they wanted to look in because the show was actually now being recorded. So they were kind of like, wow, that's so cool.
So with that said, we'll jump forward to, of course, we all are from Lowell, and we know that on the top fold you see a picture of Jack Kerouac, who is a famous writer from Lowell, and I'm a writer. I've written a play and a couple of short stories, and I write poetry, and
yeah.
But I'd like it all to get published before I go to the great beyond. So, you know, you don't have to come and leave flowers at my gravestone. I'd rather you buy it now.
Yeah.
Of course,
What's funny where he said about flowers at the gravestone. Years ago, we went to Paris. And while we were there, we decided to visit, Jim Morrison's grave. He was the lead singer of The Doors, a real popular band way back.
Yeah.
You know, and we figured, why not? We're here, we might as well do it. So when we went there, you would not believe, there were like 30 people sitting like a vigil around his grave. There were lots of flowers, lots of candles being lit, music being played and everything else. And I was like, I didn't expect to see it. I figured maybe 1 or 2 people, but there were so many people. And when we talked to some people, they said, oh, yeah, there's people here every single day. People sit by his grave all day. And I thought that was a little unusual, but, I figured, we were doing it too. We were going too, so I kind of understood it.
Well, they're cult figures like Elvis.
Right. And if you ever listen to The Doors, the music is fabulous. If they actually came out with a movie with it many years ago, so if you're able to, rent The Doors. It is so great. My girlfriend and I went and saw it at a midnight showing when it first came out. Oh, it was a fantastic movie. Very well done. Do you ever see The Doors?
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And I like the music.
Yeah. Well, the music is wonderful.
Well, we are a music show.
Yes, we are. We're a musical show.
And when we try to talk about really exciting topics, so I got my sister a very special gift. I recently went to a food expo, and we do pick topics which just get the audience so excited. So I got her this very thick catalog, and it's a catalog actually about cheese.
You mean it's only about cheese?
It's all kinds of cheese.
I love cheese. Do you love cheese?
And every show we pick something that will just get people just motivated to have intense and in-depth discussions, sort of like the new reality shows about cupcakes.
Right, exactly. And our topic right now is varieties of cheese. And if you ever go to Vermont, all those little stores will have free samples of lots and lots of cheeses.
Of course, we've done that joke before, so
yes, a long time ago we did it, but it's true. You love free samples, and cheese is the subject.
Now we have the catalog.
Yep. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next artist. It's Jason Poe. He lives in Austin, Texas. His music is category of indie, pop, and rock. Video features his song Awake.